Hi, Jeremy here. How do I stop losing at day trading? If you lose at day trading and you're watching this right now, in one way you are not unique and in another way you are very unique. Estimates show that 90% of day traders have less money in their account than they put in. In this regard, you are not unique. But very few of these losers admit to it. And that you do makes you very unique. You hear about these great winners who show how they made a bunch of money day trading. It almost makes you feel like everyone does or can, but that simply isn't the case. I happen to be one of the 10% that makes money day trading, but that was definitely not always the case. What I learned is that the ability to lose money successfully is the major factor in day trading, because the hardest thing one can do is sell off a losing position and then watch it go right back up again, telling you that you didn't need to lose that money. This one phenomenon is majorly the reason why day traders hope and hold on a losing position. The biggest cause of money loss for day traders. Help the channel by hitting the like button and it'll help more people get this vital knowledge. Don't be a dupe or a zombie. The stock market can have a hypnotic effect on its players, inescapable unless immunized. 100% of my trader friends have experienced the following sequence. They buy something. It goes down, so they bail per the rules. Immediately after, the stock goes up vertical enough to look like a middle finger, meaning they would not have lost any money if they had held on and didn't sell. This happens repeatedly. One day the trader says, I'm gonna hang in there and not sell it off when it's down, even though the rule says they should, so as to cut their losses. This works splendidly, and the trader realizes that he or she doesn't have to lose money by bailing when it drops. F the rules, they say. This works again, reaffirming the conclusion. Several more wins make the trader feel invincible, who is by now compounding his or her investment with their winnings. Strutting. This feeling is euphoric, and this euphoria is the anesthesia before the amputation they are about to experience. On the very day they feel extra bold and they put in a lot more, the stock crashes, supported by the new conclusion that bailing is unnecessary. The cocky trader holds and hopes. The stock plunges into the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. The trader loses 90% of their account value, often by trying to throw in more money at lower levels to recover some of the losses, hoping for a rebound. That doesn't show up. Pay attention for a solution. How do I protect myself from this? When you repeatedly sell off a position at a loss and find that it comes right back up, you get very shy about doing it. It's almost as if it was designed that way. If someone can conquer this phenomenon and force the day trader to sell at the designated drop marker whenever it happens, that person will hold the key to the psychology miracle that can save the arses of many day traders, because this is their bane. Often their strategy chosen works well if followed. It's convincing oneself to follow it and not break it that makes it difficult. I once set up a group of day traders on a mission to follow the rules perfectly for 1 month, and I told them I would pay them a reward if they did so. This included that they would need to sell off the position at a loss of a specific amount if it ever presented itself. The reward was substantial. Of the 20 traders set up on doing this, within the first 2 weeks, 15 had disqualified themselves by breaking the rules. Of the 5 remaining, I called them every morning before market open and reminded them to follow the rules. One of them still managed to forfeit any chance of reward by breaking the rules. The other 4 completed the month successfully following the rules. All 4 of them were quite profitable. If there is a way to create a reward-based system for selling off your position at a loss when you're supposed to, then you will have conquered this enigma. Because when you know you have a 9 out of 10 chance that the share price or position will rise back up and not be a loss, it's nearly impossible to sell off a losing position. I had to bribe and threaten people to follow the rules, and they were only able to do so for 4 weeks. You ask, Jeremy, what do you do with your students? I make sure to communicate this phenomena in detail, but I also chant this one datum at them as much as possible. If you ever hope and hold once, then one day you will wipe yourself out. If you ever do it only once, even successful or whatever, you will 100% one day wipe yourself out. It's inevitable. So you must never do it. You must look forward to bailing at a loss, because every time you do that, you guarantee safety and strength. Every day you must tell yourself before the trading day, I hope I bail out at a loss today so I can prove how badass and disciplined I am. Want it. Create that want internally and happily bail at the designated drop marker. Oh yeah, make sure you have a designated drop marker as well. Not vague, exact. But this doesn't fully answer the question of how to solve this issue. Well, here it is, stop losses. I use a thing called OCO, one cancels the other. This is where I set up 2 sell orders at the same time, one that will sell off the position if it drops far enough, and one that will sell it off if it rises high enough. 2 borders. Almost every brokerage offers this. If you truly want to conquer this issue, then having an OCO or a stop loss is your only choice. If you depend on using your index finger to click sell as your strategy, you will almost guaranteed lose a fat chunk of change. But if you always have an OCO on it, you'll survive better. I tell people nowadays, if you don't have a stop loss or OCO on every trade, you will one day lose everything. That's been my saving grace. I have another video defining this very well on the subject of stop losses, trailing stops, and OCOs, fully defined and explained. And I would actually love to hear your experiences, your viewpoints, your reality on this. Does somebody else have a better strategy on how to prevent someone from not selling when they're supposed to? I want to know if you do, because right now I just say, if you don't put in some sort of stop loss, you're screwed. So I would love to hear your theories on it. What have you learned that works for you? Do you have a method that I don't know about? Please comment below and let me know. Like and subscribe for more tidbits on trading. And you can also click the link below for the full strategy that I use.